That's it, Peter. You just keep on practicing them, my boy. You'll get it. You're doing great. And that song you're playing, oh, that song brings back memories.
Thanks, Grandpa. Do you really know the song?
Oh, yes, Peter. It was back around 1905, the Christmas of that year. That song played a really, really special part. That was the Christmas that my family really discovered what Christmas was all about. Would you like me to tell you the story?
Yes, Grandpa. How old were you when all of this happened?
Let me see, Peter. 1905, I would have been about your age, about the age of 10. And it seemed like, being a young lad, it just seemed like the whole world was converging upon our little farm in Pennsylvania. Come on, Peter, walk with me, and let me tell you the story of that tremendous Christmas.
Ladies and gentlemen, the Syracuse Family Playhouse is proud to present its grand finale to the last production of the 1905 season, Simply Christmas, featuring the Singing Richmond family and the entire Playhouse company. And now, make welcome those masters of harmony, the Lamplighters. America's very own Jenny Lind, Miss Eudora Lindstrom. Singing Richmond family and the entire Playhouse Company welcome Christmas 1905.
We wish you a Merry Christmas, we wish you a Merry Christmas, we wish you a Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year. Glad tidings we bring to you and your King, glad tidings for Christmas and a Happy New Year. Season to be jolly, fa la 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 la, fa la 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 la.
Thank you, thank you. On behalf of my family, my wife Lucille, my children, Emma and Nicholas, and the entire company, we'd like to thank you for making our family musical reviews such a part of this community every weekend. We're all going our separate ways for the holidays. In fact, my family and I have an engagement in Philadelphia, but we'll all be back here with you next year. Oh, and I'd also like to thank all of those people behind the scenes, especially our esteemed musical director, Herr Victor Schwab from the Music Conservatory in Duesenberg, Germany.
Dusseldorf.
Dusseldorf, sorry. Who's been in our country for 3 years now.
2 years.
2 years. Only 2? And to also our stage manager, Preston Pollard, and everyone else backstage. But most of all, we'd like to thank God for his continued provisions and for his son, whose birth we are about to celebrate.
Play now.
So thanks again. We'll see you in 1906. Goodbye and Merry Christmas.
All right. We only got 1 hour to clear the stage. Please leave as quickly as you can. Merry Christmas. Thank you. Thank you. Merry Christmas. Please leave. Yep, quickly. Come on. Well, Henry, you only added 5 minutes to the show tonight. I don't mind you thanking everyone in the state of New York, but you got to keep God off the list.
Now, Preston, this is a Christmas production. I mean, in a way, God is the author.
Okay, fine. As long as he doesn't ask for any of the royalties. The box office has been terrible.
Sure.
Carl, those hats go to wardrobe. Come on, keep it moving.
Come on, kids. Bring the trunk over here. Oh, there you are, Preston. There's a man waiting for you at the stage door. He looks like he might be a messenger.
Well, thank you, Lucille. And by the way, you were wonderful tonight. But could you get your lesser half to stop preaching so much?
I'm sorry, but he's not a man known for changing his behavior.
No kidding. Now, Carl, those hats go to Rothermel. Come on, I'll show you. Come on, keep it moving.
I wouldn't have him any other way.
Well, you're the only one.
Hey, Pop, where do you want us to put this trunk?
I'll put it anywhere. Okay, that's anywhere. Son, your song was a lot better tonight, but you just need to work on your projection. All right, I hope everyone's finished packing. A carriage is coming to take us to the train station in about 15 minutes.
A carriage? Ooh, Father, you're so 19th century. Everybody takes taxis now.
No, Henry Ford and J.D. Rockefeller take taxis. But if you prefer, we could walk to Philadelphia. Nick, help me with the rest of the baggage, will you?
Sure, Pop.
Emma, a taxi. Wasn't it Thanksgiving that we had a conversation about this very thing? That was only 5 days ago.
I'm sorry, Mother. I just get tired of walking everywhere. I get so dusty.
Now you know it's been a difficult year financially for us. But why should it be any different for us than the rest of the country? Every time someone invents a new machine, another factory lays off half its workers.
Then folks don't have the money to come to our shows or take music lessons from you and Dad. I know.
Times get hard and everyone stops making music. You think that's when we need it the most.
I just wish we could stay home this Christmas.
So do I, honey. I know we've never been away from home during the holidays before, but this extra money's going to help us have a Christmas this year. Besides, you know we rented the house out to the McCrarys for the month of December. All their relatives are in from Dublin, both sides. But I'll tell you what, if you're a very good girl, I'll see that Santa leaves you a taxi ride in your stocking.
Thanks, Mom.
All right, the baggage is ready. Lucille, have you got those train tickets?
Right here.
Good. Now, are we forgetting anything?
Only to say goodbye goodbye to us. Oh, goodbye. Goodbye. Oh, goodbye, my cherubs. Goodbye.
Auf Wiedersehen, Liebkins. You also, Hans.
It's Henry. Goodbye, Eudora. Goodbye, Victor.
Well, Hans, I wish you luck on your little recital or whatever you're doing down in Pennsylvania. Eudora, the lamplighters, and the talented members of the chorus are off to Chicago to rehearse Die Valkyrie for the city opera there. Richard Wagner. There is music. There is art. There is us.
By the way, Nicholas, I do wish you would smile more when you're on stage. People are going to think that you don't like performing.
I don't.
You don't?
No. And that bird on your hat, it isn't right. Partridges in North America are dark gray, not white.
You'll have to excuse Nicholas. He sometimes gets lost in his animal books. I think sometimes he'd rather be in a zoo than on stage.
Ha, this stage is often a zoo. Well, come, Fraulein. Come, all, farewell. And it's Dusseldorf, Hans.
It's Henry, Victor.
Whatever.
Victor, you're not going to make me wear a gray bird on my head, are you? It will clash with all of my costumes.
Nine.
I think, fellas, after this holiday tour, I'm ready to retire. Yeah. No, I'd really like to settle down. Maybe do a little bit of fishing. Go to church on a Sunday morning like other folks do and sing some of the old hymns.
Maybe check out some little old widow lady.
You know, I'm really looking forward to performing on our own for a while. 4 tickets of steady work. What a piece of good luck.
Well, Richmonds, tough luck. Your engagement in Philadelphia has been canceled.
What?
You can't be serious.
Yep, just received this telegram. It appears their box office is worse off than ours. Sorry, kids. Maybe Victor can use some more singing Vikings in Chicago. Merry Christmas.
Canceled? Just like that? What are we supposed to do now?
Well, it looks like we'll just have to stay here for Christmas.
We can't, Emma. We've already rented our house. The McCrays have already moved in. I could smell the corned beef and cabbage cooking before we got to the end of the street.
Couldn't we stay with friends?
Well, every friend we have has gone to visit relatives, Nick. Or has relatives visiting them. Well, that's it.
Yes, that's it.
What's it?
Visiting relatives. We'll visit your parents.
We'll do what?
We'll go to Riverview.
Oh boy, I love visiting Grandma's and Grandpa's farm. All the animals.
And all the dirt! Mother, I love them and all, but I can't spend Christmas in the country.
Lucille, this is out of the question. They aren't expecting us.
Well, your mother wrote just last week, and she was explaining how much she would love for us to visit them this Christmas.
My mother might be glad to see me, but my father, seeing me's the last thing he'd want for Christmas.
Then we'll really surprise them, won't we?
Oh.
The carriage is here to take you to the train station. Should I tell them to go on?
No, Preston. We'll be taking a train, but we'll just be going in a different direction. Would you send a telegram to Mr. and Mrs. Chester Richmond at this address in Riverview, Pennsylvania, and tell them we'll arrive the day after tomorrow?
Consider it done.
Tell them Henry and his family are coming home for Christmas.
Now, wait a minute, Lucille.
Oh, Henry. You see a light in the window. Isn't that a face at the door? At the gate they're waiting, just like they've done before. Extra places set at the table, extra presents under the tree. That is where my reservation's taking me with.
Lucille, this is impossible. We don't have the right clothes. We don't even have the right train tickets.
Henry, it's December 1st. Nothing is impossible. Come on, Mickey, are you with me? 4 tickets to Christmas. 4 tickets tonight.
All aboard on the Midnight Express. Gonna make some tracks.
Emma, what do you say?
Gonna change my address.
Now we got a Christmas.
And no more letters or postcards. No more calls on the phone.
All right, I give up. So I'll be there with my bag and fare.
And 4 tickets for home.
The telegram's been sent. You only have 10 minutes to make the train.
We'll make it. Goodbye, Preston. If anyone needs to reach us, you have the address. Just tell them we're going home for Christmas tonight.
We're going home for Christmas.
Jingle the bells, everybody's making spirits rise.
We're going home.
Over the river and through the woods to grandmother's house we go. Over the river and through the woods to grandmother's house we go. We're going home. We're going home. All aboard, all aboard, all aboard, all aboard. 4 tickets to Christmas. 4 tickets to night. All aboard on the Midnight Express. Gonna make some tracks. Gonna change my address. 4 tickets to Christmas. 4 tickets tonight.
Rochester!
All aboard on the Midnight Express. Gonna make some tracks.
Buffalo!
Gonna change my address.
Reed!
And no more letters or postcards. No more calls on the phone. For I'll be there with my bag and fare. And 4 tickets for home. 4 tickets. 4 tickets. 4 tickets for home. We're home.
Wow, that sounds like a neat train ride.
Oh, Peter, as a young lad, it was the most amazing thing I'd ever been on. That's how we got to grandparents' home. Or really, it was, been your great-great-grandparents. That train, it took us over the river and through the woods to grandmother's house we went for the most extraordinary Christmas ever.
I know it's only been a few years since we've been here, but somehow things look really different, especially this barn.
There they are! Grandma!
Nick.
Grandpa! It's us!
Chester, look!
Look, it's Nicholas. Gracious child, how did you get here?
On the Midnight Express.
On the what?
They bought the tickets.
Hi, Mother Richmond.
It's all of them.
There's my boy. Look at you.
Hi, Grandpa.
Well, you seem all right to me. Your mother said in your letters you weren't very happy this fall.
I am now.
Now, Nikki, is that the truth? Remember, we don't have any secrets.
I remember, Grandpa, and that's the truth.
Good to see you, buddy. Beautiful young lady. Hi, Emma.
Hi, Grandpa.
Henry,
Lucille.
you've come home for Christmas.
It's wonderful to see you, Mother.
Well, what's it been? 2 years? 3?
Well,
5.
hello, Dad.
Merry Christmas, Henry.
Well, what a wonderful surprise this all is.
Surprise? But didn't you get my telegram I wired 2 days ago?
Why, no. Chester, has anyone delivered a telegram?
No telegrams here.
Then what's this, Dad?
Except for some kid in a cap and a bicycle that stuffed that in my pocket when I wasn't looking.
But it's open.
I didn't have my glasses with me.
Well, it doesn't matter. What's important is that you're all here and we'll all be together for Christmas. Emma, Nicholas, you've grown so much I hardly recognize you too. Look at you.
Excuse me, Mrs. Richmond.
Yes, what is it, Luke?
The pastor's here to see you. And also that lady who tries to play the organ.
Well, tell him to come on back to the barn. Oh, Luke, this is my son Henry. And his family, Lucille, Emma, and Nicholas. This is Luke Wilcox. He's been with us for a little over a year now, right? He's the best hired hand we've ever had.
Well, I'm happy to meet you all.
Oh, look what you've done. You've got mud all over my gloves.
Oh, I'm sorry, ma'am. I guess it does get a little dirty back at the hog pens. Here, use my handkerchief.
Hey, Luke, do you still have cows and chickens?
Yup, and a very fat turkey. I bet it weighs more than you.
Dad, can I go to see the animals, please?
Well, all right.
Oh, boy, let's go.
Hold on. Take the trunk and change your clothes first.
Come on, partner. Maybe you can help me sweeten some pig slop.
I think I'm gonna change my clothing too.
Luke's been a real blessing. We've needed some extra help around the farm for some time now.
Certainly have.
I'm so glad you could fit a visit into your schedule. In your last letter, you said that you had a singing engagement for the holiday.
We did, but it was canceled at the last minute.
Oh,
that's to be expected. Not many people more irresponsible than musicians.
Now don't start, Dad.
Of course, you can't earn a good living unless you produce something people need every day. And music sure ain't it.
Oh, and soybeans are.
Like I always said, you can't eat a trombone no matter how wide you open your mouth.
Well, that's not even how you play a trombone. Why do you
I come up with that with the music. You can't even fit
You play music and have good things. No.
Yeah.
To the world, everyone, and happy holidays!
Sorry, Mrs. Richmond. I didn't realize you had company. We'll come back another time.
Oh, no, Pastor Doyle. This is family. Henry, this is our church's new pastor, Franklin Doyle. And I think you remember Cornelia Washburn, our old organist.
Oh, yeah, I do now. The new pastor, then Reverend Schuster retired?
Oh, yes, last year. But he's still in the front pew every Sunday. He left some mighty big shoes to fill.
That church is very special to me, Pastor. That's where I met the Lord. That's where I was baptized. My wife Lucille and I were married there.
Well, yes, it's still special. And while I'm trying to be a good custodian of its heritage.
Pastor, this is my son Henry. He and his family will be with us for Christmas this year.
Wait, your son Henry, the singer and music teacher, you're here for Christmas?
Yeah.
Well, you're an answered prayer.
I am?
He is?
Well, Cornelia and I were just going door to door to recruit people to sing in the choir.
Our church doesn't have a choir.
Yes.
I know, but we do now. And we're about ready to start rehearsing for our Christmas program.
Our church doesn't do a Christmas program.
I know, but we do now. Henry, would you consider directing our Christmas program for us?
Direct your program, Pastor. I'm sorry. I don't think that's something
Now,
that
son,
I could do.
the Lord has bestowed upon us special gifts and talents for us to use, whether we plant his harvest or march in his army. And when you feel that hand of conviction, you can't turn away. You feel that hand?
Well, all right, I'll help. But
Praise the Lord, this is wonderful. We'll start practice tomorrow.
Tomorrow?
Well, I can't tell you where yet. We still need a place to rehearse.
You can't rehearse in the church?
Well, we'll perform in the church on Christmas Eve, but there's activities every day until then. And, well, since the deacons haven't seen fit to approve the building modernization program, we're still worshiping in a large wooden room lit with kerosene lanterns.
Electricity is unscriptural. All of us agreed, 8-0, majority rules.
Well, why don't you rehearse here?
Yes.
In a barn?
Well, why not? It sits empty most of the winter. We could bring down the piano and the old coal furnace from the house, and then we could set up...
Wait a cotton-picking minute. I don't think I want any singing and playing going on in my barn.
Well, let's vote. Everyone in favor?
Aye.
Looks like the ayes have it. Majority rules. Now, Henry, I'll see you tomorrow morning, son, 9 a.m. And don't look so worried. Cornelia here will give you lots of help. Wait until you see what this woman can do to 88 keys. Well, goodbye, everyone.
Bye-bye. Bye-bye.
Bye, Pastor.
Oh, this is exciting. We've never had a choir so wonderful.
Well, congratulations, Henry, on getting your way again.
Now, hold on, Dad. None of this was my idea.
No, but music was, leaving was, going to college in another state was.
Chester, please. It's Christmas. Aren't you glad he's come home?
He will never come home. Excuse me, I got work to do.
Try to understand him, son. He took over this farm for his father, and he was hoping you'd do the same. He just misses you, that's all. So you're staying a month.
Yeah.
That's a heartwarming Christmas gift, son. Well, I better get up to the house and get some extra beds made up. So I'll be up there then. See you.
We'll be there in a minute, Mom. You're going to need to give him some time, Henry.
He's had 20 years.
So have you.
I don't know, Lucille. Maybe he's right. I am a failure. I can barely support us. And even when I do get a break, canceled, I've let everybody down. My father, you. Maybe I did make the wrong choice.
You were always so sure your decision to go into music was how you serve God with your life.
I was sure once. I probably let him down too.
You haven't let anyone down, least of all me or God. You made the right choice, Henry. You listened to your heart. You heard a different song, that deeper, truer voice that said you had a choice to bend to the wind has created the heavens and calmed a storm. He can always be heard.
But I can't simply ignore everything else. There's just so much noise now.
Some roads are always steep, but worthy of the climb.
Neal, it's not that I haven't tried. You know that.
Journeys demand patience. Patience begs for time.
I've had time. What I need is a chance to show what my life has meant, how God has used all the time I've spent, years of waiting for His respect, a nod, a smile, a look of pride.
Henry, this is your chance. The voice of God will be your guide.
You're right. You're right, Lucille. God put me on the path that brought us here. Why would I stop trusting Him now? I'll do it. I'll show Him what I can do.
Just show yourself, Henry, and listen to your heart.
Dear God, help me listen.
You'll always hear that voice.
Just watch, I will follow that deeper, truer voice that says I had a choice to follow the Lord all along.
Now it's time to turn for hope.
They were always near, and if I trust my heart to God and then listen, His voice is all you'll hear.
Just trust your heart to God and then listen.
All right, everyone. Come in quickly and take your place. That's good. Anywhere you'll fit's fine. Some of you can stand here. Good. Rehearsal starts in 5 minutes ago. Luke, what are you doing?
Oh, well, this piano took a few bumps when I brought it down the hill from the house, so I figured I'd better tune it.
With a wrench?
Oh, sure. I've been dealing with pianos a long time, Mr. Richmond. As a matter of fact, I write songs myself. I've got a whole bunch up in my trunk in my room.
You write songs? When?
Oh, in between plucking soybeans and slopping the hogs. As a matter of fact, I've got one or two about Christmas that would be perfect for this show. I could go get them right away.
No, that won't be necessary. We have plenty to rehearse today. maybe another time. Cornelia, are you ready? You certainly are.
Well, hello everyone, and thank you for volunteering to sing in our first choir and present our first Christmas program. Christmas is always a time of birth and new beginnings, and that is especially true for us. We are very blessed to have Mr. and Mrs. Richmond's son, Henry, here with us this Christmas. Henry is a professional musician and has agreed to direct our program. Let's welcome him.
Thank you, Pastor. I'm honored to be here. Well, I've never really worked with a choir before, and well, apparently you've never really sung before, so I think we better both begin rehearsing right away. Please open up your music folders to the first song. Now, I want you to imagine our program beginning with a dozen candles lit on a very large Christmas tree. And from that gentle glow of light, we softly hear angelic voices sing. Stop. That was very enthusiastic. Let's try it once again with just a little more restraint. Cornelia?
Interminable noise.
Oh no, it can't be.
Wait a minute, what's going on? Who are you?
So sorry. We just got off the train and we're looking for a telephoning machine when we hear this noise like tortured goat herd. It had to stop.
Didn't need it. You didn't.
Victor, what are you doing here?
Hans, what are you doing here? Why are you not singing in Philadelphia?
It was canceled. We're spending Christmas here on my parents' farm. Victor, Eudora, everyone, you look terrible. What's happened?
Well, bad box offices everywhere. Even Chicago. Imagine, Wagner, canceled. We're on the way back from Syracuse when the train went kaput, right in front of this little town. Rabbit stew.
Riverview.
Yeah, whatever.
Yeah.
Well, Hans, we go in different directions and end up in the same place.
Oh no, this can't be happening.
Henry, more people to sing in the choir. Why, it's manna from heaven.
Oh, no, sir. It's Victor from Dusseldorf.
Pastor, this is Victor Schwab, Eudora Lindstrom, the Lamplighters, and some others from our company. I'm sure the train will be repaired in 24 hours and then they'll be moving on.
Of course we move on. I cannot create art in a barnyard. And these poor peasants, no wonder they sing like croaking cow. If only they had professional help. Like Victor. Observe. Achtung. Shoulders back. Chin up. Nostrils flare. Eyes front. Piano girl.
Oh, Christmas tree.
That was inspired.
to Riverview, everyone. You must be very tired.
Oh, does it show that much? You'll have to excuse us, ma'am. It's been a long day.
And we're so tired and so hungry. We could use a good home-cooked meal.
We'll take. Oh, no, ladies, later on. We'll take care of it later. Thank you so much. Thank you. Yes. We'll take care of this. I'm sure you'll need some accommodations for the night. There's a boarding house just down the road. Why don't you bring your luggage to the house and I'll make the arrangements for you?
Danke, Fraulein.
Absolutely.
Study that music, peasants. We will get back to work as soon as I return. Wiedersehen, Hans.
Yeah. Hey, that's a good idea, peasants. I mean, people. Everyone, study your parts. Alma, Rose, and Charlotte, would you come with me to rehearse the trio? Emma, will you put that mirror away and go move those quilts by the wagon? We'll be using them for some costumes.
All right, but everything is so dusty around here.
And Nicholas, why is your nose always in a book? Why aren't you rehearsing?
I'm studying my part. See, I am.
Uh-huh. Now I want your lines perfect by tomorrow afternoon.
Why do I always have to be the one to read the lines out of the Bible? The sentences are so long.
You're always the one because you read so well, Nick. You just need to practice your delivery. Speak up, smile, and project. I know you'll make me proud. I've got to go rehearse. Practice, all right?
All right.
Good.
Nick, what's this? The complete book of animal care. You'll have a hard time finding the Christmas story to read out of this.
I found it up in the attic. Oh, Luke, please don't tell my father.
Don't worry. I'm sure your father is proud to have a son that reads so much.
My father is only proud when I smile and project to the back row.
Nick, your father just wants you to be the best that you can be.
No, my father wants me to be good like him, but I'm just not. I don't even like singing. I like animals. I want to work with them someday. Maybe be a veterinarian?
That's a wonderful dream. So do it.
I can't. It would disappoint my father.
But what about you?
What about me?
Nick, one of the reasons we call them dreams is that they're out there in the future somewhere. Take me, for instance. I don't plan on working on a farm my whole life. I want to write songs that lots of people will sing, and even more people will hear. I guess I figure that's a dream worth waiting for. Isn't yours? Sometimes dreams must wait, Nicky. Sometimes dreams must wait. It may take years while you're perfecting a dream that takes longer than you're expecting. Sometimes plans get changed, buddy. Sometimes help comes late, but there always is tomorrow. And that's where dreams all wait.
Yeah, but you're all grown up. Us kids got a lot longer time to wait.
Hey, I was a kid once. I've got this waiting thing down. When I was a kid, you know what I did when I was just hanging around. Day after day, through every delay, I suddenly woke up and found that staying at home and sitting alone would never get anything done. Get out of the chair, get onto the floor, then say to yourself, I will open the door. So I went ahead and did as I said and started to follow my dreams. And what do you think? Before I could blink, it wasn't as far as it seemed. Dreams are just around the corner if you take the path that's straight. For that's where dreams always.
it.
You sure do. When I was a kid, you know what I did when I was just hanging around. Sometimes knew every delay of something coming now. That staying at home and sitting alone would never get anything done. Get out of the chair, get onto the floor, and say to yourself, I will open the door. Sometimes plans get changed, don't they? Sometimes help comes late, but there always is tomorrow, and tomorrow could be great. Sometimes dreams must wait.
Well, what are my ears saying to me? And what are my eyes seeing now? I knew you would improve once you warmed up. Now it's time to get down to some serious singing. Please, open your folders.
I should probably get to work too.
You probably should. Some things can't wait, right?
Right.
Excuse me, Mr. Wilcox?
Who? Oh, right, that's me. Yes, Emma, I'm Miss Richmond. Is there anything I can help you with? You didn't get mud on your skirt or anything like that, did you?
No, nothing like that. I was wondering if there's any work I can do. I'm game.
You are? I mean, if you are, some of us were going to start building the sets out back. If you'd like to help with that, you could.
Luke, time to scrape the chicken coop.
After my chores.
Chicken coop? I'm game.
Really? Okay. Oh, you might want to take your gloves off this time.
Always reading. Just like your father.
Oh, hi, Grandpa. Really? Dad read? I figured he always sang.
Oh, he did plenty of that. But in between times, he read. He was very smart. Just like you. Say, that's a mighty big book you have there.
Yeah, and it's got some mighty big words. Can you help me with this one?
Oh, I'm sorry, Nicky. I forgot my glasses.
I see them in your pocket, Grandpa.
Well, the light's too dim in here anyway, and I'm way behind in my work.
What's wrong, Grandpa? Don't you want to read to me?
Nicky.
Can't you read to me?
You and I don't have any secrets, right?
Yeah?
No, I can't read. I never learned how.
How come? Didn't you go to school?
Only for a little while, but then I had to stay home and work on the farm full time when I was only 7.
But your letters.
All your grandmother's doing. She's the only one that knows. I'd like to keep it that way, okay? Just one more secret.
Did you ever want to learn?
What?
It's my best subject. Reading, I mean. Well, next to science. It's not hard. We'll start out with the little words.
It's too late. It's just too late.
Sometimes dreams can't wait, Grandpa. Sometimes dreams can't wait. If you spend your time waiting and wishing, you're never gonna know what you might be missing. Sometimes things get rough, Grandpa. Some days aren't so great, though there always is tomorrow.
Nicholas will start out with the little words.
Whichever one you want.
How about electricity? I got a point to prove. Come on. We'll go up to the attic and open a window. Light's better up there.
All right, once again. This time, let's try using the nostrils for the breathing and the mouth for the singing. Okay, here we go. Ready?
That was wonderful, everyone. I have never seen a group work harder than you have these past 2 weeks.
Yeah, and it's only December 15th. Just imagine, by Christmas Eve, everyone will have greased their windpipes and be singing from their diaphragms. Richard Wagner himself would be proud. Congratulations, peasants. Congratulations, Victor.
Victor, I know it's been a long 24 hours, but thank you for staying and helping.
How could we not? When so much help was needed, yeah?
Yeah. Just everyone, keep things simple. All right, we've got to rehearse scene 3, so everyone get into place. Okay, let's see. Yes, lamplighters. This is where you'll stand to wait for your entrance. Good. Gentlemen, you're about to meet the heavenly host. Could you at least remove your hats? Yeah, thank you. And Eudora, yes, you're up in the loft.
Henry, you're not going to make me remove my hat, are you?
No, Eudora, you are the heavenly host.
Mm-hmm.
Keep your hat.
Good.
Just try not to fall out of the loft this time. Let's see, where's my narrator? Nicholas. Has anyone seen Nicholas? You'd think rehearsing was the last thing he'd want to do. Excuse me, buddy. Have you seen a young boy about...
Who?
Emma? Is that you?
Sorry, Pop, I only have a second. I gotta size the flats, then ditch the wings. That's stage crew talk. I don't know what it means, but it's always messy.
Unbelievable.
Oh, come on, Pop. You know, everybody's problem around this place is they're afraid of getting a little dirty.
Hey, Emma. We need you back here.
Oh, yeah. Sorry. Whitewash calls.
Wait a minute. Have you seen Nicholas? Has anyone seen Nicholas?
Right here. I'm right here. Sorry, I was with Grandpa.
Play it again. Hurry and get into place. And, where is your grandfather? He said he'd be here today.
He said he had some work to do, some real work.
Oh, I see. Let's get started. Okay, everyone. Scene 3. Now let's all remember how important this scene is. I mean, after all, it was God's first announcement of his son's birth. So let's all pay attention. Cornelia, from the top. Good, remember to breathe. Don't bend too far, Eudora. That's your cue.
Oh, yeah. And there were shepherds abiding in the field, keeping watch over their flock by night.
Not bad, son. Just a little louder next time. And enter the shepherds.
Peace on the earth, goodwill to men, from heaven's all gracious King.
Wonderful.
The world in solemn stillness lay.
Good. Softer. Now softer. Softer. Soft. What was that?
That was beef fillet!
What was that?
They're just following directions. They're being so afraid.
They weren't listening. I said, fear not.
Victor, this is not the atmosphere we want for this scene.
But it is big and theatrical, like Wagner.
No, no, no. We want it intimate and worshipful like God.
I vote for Wagner, and I think God would too. I know. Let's take a vote. Show of hands. See? I win. American democracy. Such a wonderful invention.
No, stop. 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 Ladies and gentlemen, please. Thank you. Now, you are all very good. But I think Victor and I need a short creative meeting on the direction of this scene. So for now, lay this song aside. We may need to look at some new material.
Mr. Richmond, I have some new material. Songs, I mean. Right here, direct from my trunk. I know one of them would be perfect for this spot.
Well, that's not what
you said you'd listen to them another time. It's been 15 days. That's another time.
Come on, Pop. They're really good.
Well, how would you know?
Well, some of us have been practicing them.
But you were supposed to be building the sets. All right. But make this quick. We've got a lot to do. No wonder the sets aren't getting built. Lucille, you're in on this too?
Oh, Henry.
Henry.
Don't worry, we'll make them quick. Here's one you're gonna love.
Oh. Well, Luke, that was wonderful with the children, and they did such a good job too, but I don't know how to say this. I mean, it was bouncy and catchy, but it was just too fast. Yeah, it was just
Don't worry, I have one that's slower. It'll fit perfectly.
Well,
just listen.
Well, guys, I hate to say it, but it looks like we're going to need a new tenor.
It looks like.
Looks like the Widow Jones sure snagged old Tyrone.
Oh, no.
Charming, truly. But Luke, I think it's a bit old-fashioned. So I think that...
Oh, don't worry. I have one that's up to date. When you're feeling all alone, I'll call you on the telephone to wish you
a 20th century Christmas. Left at home on your demand, I'll wire you a telegram to wish you a 20th century Christmas. Edison, he's the one that got the country all lit up. Mr. Bell, ain't he swell? It's so electrifying. Look out, it's multiplying. If you're ever stranded, we'll hop right in our Oldsmobile to wish you a 20th century Christmas.
Luke, thank you. I don't know how to say this, but, well, this part of the program calls for something, well, more...
Faster, slower, louder, what?
More simple. Keep working, son. Nick, Lamplighters, can I see you a moment?
I haven't any wealth or riches to my name, though I've been granted health, great strength I cannot claim. I'm just a poor and simple man, uncertain of my worth, till I approached a manger, till I beheld a birth. He came in straw and swaddling, he came in poverty. He did not come in strength or might, but helpless infancy. And now I know he came this way, so I could understand that he will always love me exactly as I am, that he will always love me exactly as I am.
Wunderschön. Very beautiful.
That was wonderful, Luke.
I wrote that song last year, just about this time. It was the first Christmas I really knew what it all meant. I'm not lucky like a lot of you who had parents to tell you about Jesus. I lost my folks when I was pretty young. I've spent most of my life just working on different farms. But then I came here, and I met wonderful people like the Richmonds and Reverend Doyle and this church. I guess I felt like those shepherds, that I didn't have anything to give to Jesus. I know better now.
I want to hear more of your music. Very much. Perhaps we could talk sometime. Also, things are still very new for me in this country. I have some questions.
Of course, Mr. Schwab.
Danke. And the showing of hands for his music.
Oh, does that mean Luke's songs are in the show?
Well, we can rehearse one or two.
Oh, gee, thanks a lot, Mr. Richmond. You won't be sorry. Come on, gang, let's go rehearse.
Victor, what would you like to do next?
I believe I will be looking at some new material.
All right. All right, everyone. Let's all take a break. We'll see you back here at 3.
I just knew you would like Luke's songs, Pop. He's gonna be famous someday.
Well.
But he's wasted. Here on this farm. Just like you always said you were.
Well, I wasn't wasted. I was just trapped.
What?
Nothing. You'd better go. I think they're waiting.
Thanks, Pop. You're really gonna be so proud of us.
And who am I going to make proud?
Henry, did you come outside and check the color on this scenery for just a minute?
Yeah, I'll be right there with you.
Oh, Henry, have you seen Nicholas? I need to measure him for a costume.
Well, I saw him here about 10 minutes ago, which means we probably won't see him till Tuesday.
Okay.
Good luck.
Thanks. Nicholas, are you back there?
I'm up here, Grandma, in the loft.
Well, now how am I supposed to measure you way up there?
Just come up the ladder. I'll help.
Oh.
See, don't things look better from up here?
Well, higher anyway. What are you up to?
Oh, sometimes I feel like I'm in everybody's way down there. So I come up here to read. See?
Well, what's this?
I think it's some sort of scrapbook. It's got a whole bunch of photos and programs and things. It's all about us.
Well,
here's one about our Christmas show in Syracuse last month.
Well, Nicholas, where did you get this?
I found it in an old box up here behind some hay.
So that's where he kept it.
It's got a whole bunch of cool stuff in it, like this trophy and this little coat and all these books and papers and music. It must be my dad's box. Everything has his name on it. Look at this, Henry Richmond, 100% in English.
Well, Nicholas, all these things are your father's, but that box is your grandpa's.
Why did Grandpa save all this stuff about Dad?
Because your grandpa loves your father very, very much. His schooling, his music, everything.
But if he loves him so much, how come he keeps all this in a box out in the barn?
Well, your grandpa was hoping that your father would like the things he did, but he didn't. Sometimes it's just like that.
Yeah.
Then, when he left to go to college to do all the things he did like, well, your grandpa thought it was because he was ashamed of him and the farm. A lot of angry words were spoken that have never been forgotten or forgiven.
Dad isn't ashamed. He always told me Grandpa was the strongest person he knew. The smartest, too.
Nicholas, your grandpa didn't even finish the 2nd grade.
He told me. He also told me he can't read.
Oh.
Nobody else knows, do they, Grandma?
No, he just always forgets his glasses.
But I can remember Dad telling me that Grandpa read him the Bible every night.
No, Nicholas, your grandpa only told your father about the Bible stories, like he learned from his father. It's been such a long time since either one of them have spoken about the Bible much. Such a long time since they talked about anything.
I wish Grandpa would show Dad this box. Then they'd have a lot to talk about.
They sure would. Come on, partner. I've got a costume to finish and some lunch to make.
Oh, we're sorry, Mrs. Richmond. We came in here to rehearse. I thought the barn was empty.
It will be soon. It's all yours. Come on, Nick.
Thanks. Okay, everybody. Here's the music for the new song. Just gather around the piano. Henry, Mr. Richmond, I didn't realize you were back there. Have you been there long?
No, not long.
It's getting pretty cold outside. We came in here to rehearse. Are we interrupting anything?
No, I'm done here. See you at 3.
Thanks, Mr. Richmond. Okay, Cornelia, make those ivories dance.
Great job, everyone. The dress rehearsal tonight is going to be great, and the performance tomorrow is going to be even better. This number is just what Act 2 needs. Luke, I must admit, you're very talented, and Cornelia, you're very fast.
Then the song's in.
Yes, the song's in. Luke's entire trunk is in.
Let's do it again.
Well, there isn't time to do it again. Everyone else is already down at the church, along with the sets and costumes. Rehearsal starts at 7 o'clock. That's, oh, good grief, 20 minutes. Luke, Abner, could you grab the last prop over there? Will it fit on your wagon?
Yeah, I will fit on it.
Good.
Wait, could somebody please take these last few costumes?
Oh, I've got them, Lucille.
Thank you.
See you down there.
Good. And make sure Victor has everyone ready to start in 15 minutes. Where's Mom and Dad? We're ready to leave.
I told your mom to wait for us up at the house, but your father...
It's okay. Want me to come up on the way up? Come on.
Your father... He's not coming.
He's not coming.
Henry.
Wait. Don't tell me. He has work to do. Real work.
I don't think that's the issue.
No, that's not the issue.
Dad.
Sorry. I thought everyone had gone. I got some hay to pitch. I'll come back later.
No, why don't you just stay here, Dad? This is obviously where you prefer to be. Oh, this is not what I want to say. This is not what I want to do. Why is it like this, Dad? Why is it always like this? Someone ends up yelling or leaving.
I ain't the one going anyplace, son.
I've been trying for 3 weeks to have a conversation with you. You've always got something more important to do.
We all got something more important to do, don't we, son?
Is that what this is about? What I do with my life?
What you do with your life has never concerned anyone but yourself.
I keep trying to include you in my life. You refuse.
You refuse to stay in mine.
I didn't fit, Dad. There wasn't room here.
No, not true. There was always room. But you wanted something bigger, richer.
I just wanted something of my own.
Henry! Dad, please!
Well, now you've got something of your own. Leave me with mine.
You are the stubbornest man I've ever known. What I've got now is a Christmas program dedicated to the glory of God, and Emma and Nick are in that program. Oh, Dad, I understand why through your conspicuous absence you'd want to hurt me. But why? Stop and tell me why on earth you'd want to deliberately hurt them.
I don't want to hurt them. I just can't
change, Dad. You just can't change.
Wait, what is that?
That's old Erdman Fry's wagon. His fire wagon.
Oh, Henry.
Mother, what's happened? Are you all right?
Chester, the church is on fire. I can see the flame and the smoke just over the hill.
Oh, no, I've got to get over there. Oh, Luke, what's happened?
Oh, Victor and Pastor Doyle were lighting the kerosene lamp, and one of them fell.
Are they all right?
I don't know.
Is Emma with you?
We couldn't find her. Just about everyone was inside.
Where are the pails and buckets?
They're in the shed. I'm going too. My granddaughter's in that church.
No, hold it. Stay with Mom, Lucille, and Nick.
My
Please,
wagon's
Dad.
out front.
We'll be all right.
Hurry! Grandpa, I'm scared.
I want to go home.
Peter, as that night unfolded and those events continued, it really changed the lives of people in my family. Peter, life is rough, and it can be so tough. And sometimes it can just knock you down so far that you feel like you can never get back up again. And it feels like that all hope is gone. But at times like those, it's crucial to remember that God is faithful to his promises, and that God will walk with you and see you through those events.
But Grandpa, that was a real scary story. Was everyone okay?
Oh yes, Peter, everybody was fine. And the fact that you are here is living proof that we all made it through. You know, Grandma, she really remained strong through the whole event. But Peter, Grandpa was really hurting. Between the fire and that stubborn fight he'd had with his son, Grandpa was in pain. But Grandma knew just the right words to say to help him get through it.
There you are. It's so late. I couldn't imagine where you'd gone. This barn is so cold at night.
Is there any more news?
The doctors are just about ready to leave. They said Henry won't be doing any needlepoint for a while, but that his hands and his arm will heal. He was very lucky.
Oh, Eleanor.
God protected us. Henry got Pastor Doyle out just in time and nobody was killed.
But our church, our precious church.
The people are the church. And they're good people. And they're good at rebuilding.
Part of this was my fault.
Oh, Chester.
Yes, my fault. I'm the one that persuaded the deacons to keep kerosene lamps in an old wooden building. Never was very good at change. I guess Henry was right. I am stubborn.
You are both a little stubborn.
I regret what I said earlier tonight. I regret so much.
Well, tell him.
Excuse me, Mrs. Richmond?
Yes.
Is there any new word on Henry?
Well, the doctors are ready to leave. There's a lot of bandages, but he'll be all right.
Well, we brought back everything we could salvage in my wagon.
Yeah, but it doesn't look like there'll be much of a Christmas show now. Unless it's in charcoal gray.
Now, wait a minute. Why don't you do the program here in the barn tomorrow night like you've been rehearsing?
Christmas in a stable.
Novel idea, isn't it?
Well, why not? It's so new. Come on, we've got some work to do.
But Luke, it's almost midnight.
Oh. Well, we'll be quiet. Bye.
Anyone back there?
Henry, what are you doing down here out of bed?
I've hurt my hands, Mom, not my legs. I heard Luke was going to bring back whatever was left of the costumes and scenery. I thought I'd take a look.
Well, that's all right. I'll go look for Luke. Lucille and I will go look for Luke.
How are the hands, Henry?
Doing better, thanks. It really gets cold in here at night, doesn't it?
Sure does. Son, about what I said earlier tonight.
I was hoping we could forget everything about earlier tonight. You don't need to say anything.
No, you're wrong. For a long time, I didn't say anything. Now I'm not sure what to say.
There's nothing to say. Show's gone. Just like most of my plans and dreams. Smoke and ashes.
No, you saved a man's life today. I'm very proud. I've always been proud. I guess I didn't do such a very good job of letting you know.
I'm proud too, Dad.
You are?
Guess I didn't do a very good job of letting you know either.
You don't think the women are right, do you, that we're both a little stubborn?
Stubborn? No. You just need to learn to tolerate electricity, and I need to learn to like Wagner.
There's something else, son. I haven't been the father that the Lord meant me to be.
Oh, Dad.
No, I haven't. My greatest prayer once was for a son. Sometimes we're not very good caregivers of what we've been given. Forgive me.
Dad, I may have never known about God's word or trusted Christ as my Savior if it wasn't for you.
I've been far away from Him, Lord, from the Lord. Almost as far away as I've been from you. Seems like such a long road back.
It won't be such a long road back if both of us do some of the walking. Christmas is usually a good time to start things.
Yes, it is.
I remember, Dad, you used to say you loved Christmas because God chose to be born in such a simple way, poor and common.
I always took that as great assurance. He'd always understand me.
And He still does. He came in straw and swaddling. He came in poverty. He did not come in strength or might, but helpless infancy. Christmas always comes this way, arriving 'neath a star, reminding us He loves us exactly as we are. And I will always love you exactly.
Peter, something phenomenal happened that night. Your great-grandfather and great-great-grandfather recommitted their lives to Jesus Christ, and our family has never been the same since then. When Jesus Christ came into the midst of that situation, our horrible, broken relationship was healed and became whole again. Because of Jesus Christ, fear and pain was transformed into joy and hope. Because of Jesus Christ coming into the middle of that tragic event, He took everything that happened that was so ugly there, and he transformed the results of it into something beautiful and something good. Peter, it's important that you know your heritage. You know the history. But what's more important, Peter, is that you follow in the footsteps of your great-great-grandfather, your great-grandfather, and your grandfather in knowing Jesus Christ and having a personal relationship with him. Peter, you need Jesus in your life. And not only you, but all of us need Christ in our lives. Life is rough at times, and life does knock us down. We need Christ to walk with us and hold us. At times we make stupid and foolish mistakes. We need Christ to come in and to heal us and to give us his forgiveness. Christmas, that's what it's all about. That God has come into our world. He has come into your world. That God so loved the world, he gave of his only begotten Son, that whoever believeth in him would not perish, but have everlasting life. And what is also so exciting about this story, about this reality, that even more than the fact that you need Jesus, Jesus wants to have a personal and intimate relationship with you. He wants you to know him by name and allow him to know you by name. And he wants to give you the fantastic privilege of him not only being your God and Master and Savior, but also friend. We need Jesus. Peter, now walk with me and let me tell you the rest of the story.
You're going to need an extra set of hands for a while. I've never seen a tie tied like this before.
Well, I would have had more time to get dressed properly if Dad hadn't kept me running all over town. Who would have thought bicycles and buggies would have created so much congestion?
Well, what do you expect for December 24th?
I hope it's not crowded at the restaurant. Where are Mom and Dad? They said they'd be here about 7.
I think they might be in the barn. Let's go see.
The barn?
Merry Christmas! Merry Christmas! I'm glad you finally showed up. We have a Christmas party we'd like to get started.
I don't understand.
Well, your program, Mr. Richmond, I know there wasn't a lot left after the fire. Actually, there was just this barn and us. But that's what we started with. Well, what you started with. And you always believed that there would be a Christmas program. So we did too.
Everyone worked all the day. It's wonderful, yeah?
Yeah.
And simple. Always the best way. Remember that, Henry.
You called me Henry.
Thank you for this. We're on our way to Chicago this year for Christmas because we had nowhere else to go, just like last Christmas. America is so big. It is very easy to be alone. But Luke and so many others have made sure we were not alone, that I was not alone. They've told me many things about what they believe and who they believe. and I have seen what a difference this person has made in their lives. I still have many questions, but I know I am in the right place, and I will be staying in this right place.
What?
Henry, Mr. Schwab has agreed to direct our program. The deacons voted this afternoon.
8-0, majority rules.
But who's going to direct our music back in Syracuse?
Oh, I've already made arrangements for that. A most talented musician is coming, and he's bringing his trunk.
And Mr. Richmond, wait until you hear all the songs I have for the 4th of July.
But who's going to help out here on the farm?
Oh, I'm sure that I can find someone to help in the fields, but during the summer, I'll need a livestock specialist.
Nick?
I hope it's all right, Dad. It's not that I don't like acting. I really try to. I'm not loud enough, and I just like animals more. I'm sorry. I hope you're not disappointed.
I'll never be disappointed, Nick. I'm proud of you, son. I'll always be proud of you.
I don't think I'll be performing either, Pop. Victor called Preston, and I'm going to be assistant stage manager. Good job tonight, buddy. On the weekends, of course.
I'm proud of you too, Emma. No matter where you go or what you do. But is there anything left for Lucille and I to do?
Only to come back here every December. As good as we are, we cannot do this show alone.
You will come back, won't you?
Oh, Pastor, we sure will. There's a lot to come back for.
A season of beginnings. I think we better get started.
Where am I to be?
Somewhere where you've never been your whole life.
Sitting front row center with me.
But I don't have a ticket.
That's okay, I'll get you in. I'm good friends with the director.
And Mary gave birth to her firstborn, a son. She wrapped him in swaddling clothes and placed him in a manger.
Stille Nacht, heilige Nacht, all is left, einsam wach, nur das traute hochheilige Wort, holder knabigem logigen Wort, schlaf in himmlischer Ruhe, schlaf in himmlischer Ruhe.
haven't any wealth or riches to my name, though I've been granted health, great strength I cannot claim. I'm just a poor and simple man, uncertain of my worth, till I approached a manger, till I beheld his birth. So I could understand that he will always love me. Exactly as I am. That he will always love me.
And there were shepherds abiding in the fields, and lo, the angel of the Lord said unto them, Fear not, for behold, I bring you good.
Go on, son, go on.
You read, Grandpa.
Oh, wait, you don't understand.
It's all right. I remembered my glasses. I bring you good tidings of great joy, which shall be to all people. For unto you is born this day in the city of David a Savior, which is Christ the Lord.